在蒙古打拼的中国企业面对怎样的风险与挑战？
Some kind of negative response to Chinese investment and business activities.
解码“一带一路”，继续关注。
So, what's the direct opportunity for Chinese enterprise and companies to make money and to do business in your country?
We have nearly 5,000 companies, small and big companies are registered in Mongolia. Some of them, registered and they went out and some coming. But now the two sides are reaching certain level of understanding in terms of doing business, developing cooperation. So for the Chinese companies now, no reason to be very cautious. For the Chinese companies, there are big opportunities in energy sector. Mongolia has one of the biggest resources of thermal coal. This is a huge resource in Mongolia. And so the other one way is, investing in the power plant in Mongolia and building big capability of power plants. Exporting electricity to China is the best way, because for us it's no sense to transport this huge amount of thermal coal. It's going to be very costly for the transport. So it's better to use the thermal coal on the spot, produce clean electric energy and export to China, maybe to other countries through China, to Korea, whatever. So this is areas very, potential and attractive sector, maybe, using the Mongolia's huge resource of thermal coal and produce clean gas, and also from gas to liquid fuel. So this is the area, future areas. And then I would propose the Chinese small and medium-sized industry to invest in the meat production. Yeah. This is the potentially very big area, and we need to produce meat products according to Chinese standard, according to the Chinese taste, because we need to process the meat and export to Chinese market, and we should know the taste of the people, what kind of meat, dried meat or boiled meat, whatever Chinese people like, and we need to produce this sort of product and export it to China. And also one big area is the tourism. But Mongolia is also the place. It's just 2 hours flight from Beijing. It's also a very pleasant, cool area, and a lot to see, travel around the country. So the tourism area is also a very promising sector where people can invest in.
Okay. A relative question is, as we know, there's some kind of public opinion from your country. Maybe not it's mainstream, but it's really there. It's some kind of negative response to Chinese investment and business activities. So, and this kind of public not towards to U.S., to Russia, to Japan, but specifically to Chinese firm on the Chinese side. So, what the reason behind that, and how do you think about this public opinion, and in the future, what can you do to deal with?
Of course, there were some cases, especially targeting Chinese investment, Chinese business. Of course, it is connected with the historical reason. Maybe again, it's not the mainstream. The majority of the people understand and respect. The majority of the people we want to develop close relationship with the two neighbors, including China and Russia. Of course, certain times it's some few Chinese companies which did not comply with their obligation to restore the nature.
中国企业在蒙古国投资合作，也应当重视蒙古国与环境保护相关的法律法规，关注业务发展带来的资源、环境、劳工、安全以及社会治理等问题。投资集中在矿业领域的中国企业，应当考虑产业转型，提升投资质量。
As you understand, Mongolia was also been for a long time closed, and so that's why it's opening up when a lot of foreigners and foreign investment coming and changing the situation. Some people, of course unhappy, and they express their feelings maybe, but as again we say, it's not the mainstream. We don't have to be worried, because officially our government and our official policies, not to allow this happen again, and we want to have very frank relations with our neighbors, and we want to have close cooperation. We want to have investment. From there we want technology and experience. So of course we want to have some skilled workers from China also to come and work in Mongolia. These are all, welcome.
You said we have very big potential to develop business and cooperation in the future. So if we look forward to the future, for example, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, what kind of company or what kind of investment would be most welcome in your country?
This high technology, of course, we have very good treatment from Europe and America. These are big markets there. We have very good final product, high technology products. Then, this is a very good opportunity for both the investors and Mongolian side to export our products in Europe and in the markets of North America. Also, we recently signed an agreement with Japan, economic partnership agreement. Also, this gives us very good opportunity. If this produced in Mongolia, then it can be also exported to Japan market at a very, no tax or very low tax level. So these areas, the industry, final products, value-added products would be very good future for the investors. So I would encourage the Chinese, they can bring the technology, know-how, and then produce and use this opportunity for Mongolia's treatment in Europe and America. So this is very good potentials for them.
So as you know, the investment and doing business, it needs a very good conditions or environment. In this aspect, how is the situation right now for your country? Legal system, regulations and rules, something can make the investors safe.
Since the early 90s, we changed a lot, our legal system, and in order to meet the requirements of foreign investors. Now I think Mongolia's foreign investment environment is more or less according to the international standard. Recently there was some changes because of the high prices on certain minerals in the world market. Some politicians want to have more taxes on certain products and so on. Now these were the wrong attitude, and it give a wrong message to foreign investors. So that we changed the situation. Now Mongolia's legal environment is very stable. So these are the attempts to make more stable the foreign investment environment. So we provide sort of very open and easy registration of foreign investment. For investors come in one-stop service. We have one foreign investment agency where you can register and get the tax atmosphere is very low I think in one of the lowest in Asia. So from the mine, of course, mining is really very attractive, and it's huge money in there, and then also it's huge harms into the environment. So in mining areas we have a little bit more charges maybe.